There it is. Oh my God. We are
Guess what
live.
time it is? It's time to start the stream. Hello,
To
everybody.
stream.
Welcome to episode 19 of Henshins and Homies. Today we are
Yes.
joined by the legend, the legend, the legend. I have to say it 3 times
Este.
because he is the
Don
legend,
Plato.
Mr. Este. Over here. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for
Hey.
having me, everyone. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. We're excited to have you on, buddy. And honestly, you are one of like the most sought after ones we've wanted to have on, like along with our other people. I was like, please, let's get Este on here. I hope he would want to. And you did. And I'm so excited about
I
that.
appreciate it.
Oh my
Love, hey,
goodness.
I love the drivers in the background too.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Can we just?
But,
Ooh, 1 second.
Oh,
just you and me now.
all right. Now it's ours.
We're taking over.
Yes. How are you, sir?
I'm keep coming back.
He's probably having technically
A
happens a
little
lot.
technical difficulties.
I believe he lives at home, so other people use the internet at the same time he does, and so it goes in and out a little bit. So,
Incorrect.
oh,
It's not a connection issue. And yes, I do live in a home, Zach. I don't know if you could tell. I just had my father
live in
come
a
in
home.
through the house, right? Like it happens. Like he didn't see the live sign on my door, and he just barged in. But that's totally fine. Anyway, so
we need to
Esther,
have him on the
please,
stream and be the next guest.
right?
Not
He's
for
like talking
everyone.
exclusively in Spanish. So tell us, Este, for the viewers who do not know who you are, please introduce yourself and let us know what kind of content you make and where they can find you.
Well, hey everybody. My name is Este. I've been making Power Ranger videos for 7-8 years now.
Yeah, you're one of the legends. Like I said earlier, legend. Right.
It's crazy. I don't even consider myself like y'all were saying it, but it's like I don't even consider
Este,
myself.
can I be real with you just for 1 second? You
Okay.
are one of the first Power Ranger YouTubers that I've watched since I was a kid. I'm talking about 6 years old kid. And this isn't to make you feel
That's
old or anything. Like around like 6 to 8 years old, like I've been watching you.
That's
I
the
swear.
thing. I started making videos when I was like 14, 15. So like I was a kid.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
I was watching like who was I watching? I was watching like MMPR Toys, Database, Sugar Shinobi, The World of Ha. Like I loved all of them.
The World of
Black
Ha,
Nerd Comedy also. Like I'm a big fan of.
Dawson
I'm
Rider.
still a fan of those. So it's weird, but also cool that people put
You're
me
a part
in
of
that
them,
same
bro.
rank as
Yes,
those
you
people.
are. You are a
It's
part of
cool.
them,
Yeah.
dude.
I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, of
no. And I've
course.
been watching you for the longest time that I can remember as well. I remember actually finding you when I was just starting college, and I was like, oh, this guy's got some really cool
Starting?
videos. You
That
had-
was a long time ago.
It was. I'm 32 now. That was back in my 20s. So.
I'm 22 now.
I'm like,
But no, seeing like your like morph videos, other Power Ranger videos and stuff like that. And if you don't know, SD does amazing content. Power Ranger videos, lore explaining videos, character arc videos. He's dabbled in Sentai and Rider. Like he knows his stuff and he's really well informed. So, and am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong, SD. Did you go to a little event last year known as Power Morphicon?
Oh, I did. That is
Yeah.
true. I did.
did you?
Yeah.
And did you also post your vlogs on YouTube?
I posted a 45-minute video talking about my whole experience in the convention, and it was a great time. I was surrounded by a great group of people. Met so many fellow Toku creators too.
Yeah.
A lot of PR actors got a
Absolutely.
chance to interview them, and it was a lot of fun, really.
Yeah. That process, was it just like you got the call kind of thing, almost like a casting call, like if you were an actor?
It was kind of like that. It was the ones who bought me into it to being the panel host and whatnot. Those were like the Luminerdi. Those guys, they hit me up. Like I would be in their Ranger recap sometimes, and then one of them sat me down. It's like, we'd love to have you like present a panel. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm with it. And you know, I was already in talks with the Jin. Shout out Jin, who was also
Yes.
doing some hosting of a
Jin's
panel. And but then the schedules came out. I saw I was hosting the Megaforce panel. Like, damn, that's crazy. And what's funny about that one, real quick, was because I was worried because that earlier last year I made a video about the show Andrew Gray was on, the Netflix show, and all the horrible stuff that he did, his character.
So now you're sitting right next to him.
I don't know. He seems better now. So
Yeah, no, and it's and then I obviously made a video why do people hate Megaforce? I made that video too. So I was like, I hope they don't watch the videos like that. But I went up, it's crazy. And then I also went and ran into Andrew Gray the night before at an after party. And I'm like, I can't wait to host the panel tomorrow. And he's like, you're hosting the panel? I'm like,
He's like,
yeah.
do I know you?
And he's like, that's so great.
Were
man.
you present then? Were you present for the legendary photo he took with Ryota?
I was not there.
Oh, okay. Sure.
But their booths were next to each other, so they were all constantly next to each other the whole time. But I did get the chance to meet the Megaforce cast after the fact. They actually all signed a poster. I can probably
really?
pull up the poster, but yeah, they were all so nice. Cameron, Azim, I just talked to all of them because, like, you know, Megaforce was a weird point of the show because that's 10 years ago, by the way. Happy 10-year anniversary to Megaforce.
Yeah, crazy to think about. Crazy to think about, bro. It's been a minute.
It's crazy, like,
been a minute.
the initial online, like, hate towards Megaforce, and then fans started to turn around. People call Megaforce camp now. So,
Right.
and the actors love to see that
I don't honestly have
opinion
any
change.
issue with Megaforce itself. I only have issue with how the people who ran Super Megaforce did Go Kaiser dirty.
That is true.
That's
That is
my
true.
problem. I don't have any problem with the cast. I've heard they're the most sweetest, most awesome people. We've talked about it in the show before that there's been a lot of things coming out in interviews from them that they tried to add more into their character arcs and they were told no.
Yeah,
And that's just like, that's just not okay. So
there's only so much they can do for their characters before the writers and even the director would stop them and say, like, hey, like, this is maybe going a little too far from what we imagined, you know. And then also there's the restrictions from the programmers, like Nickelodeon. They were like, hey, like, a character can't act this way or they can't say this.
Fitting a 50 episode Sentai into a 20 episode season, but you know.
Yeah,
that's
right off the bat, they were already kind of set up for.
It's okay.
A challenge.
Because you're cool with the cast. You don't have to care if you're cool with Saban or with.
That's true.
with
That is
Hasbro.
true. That man's rich. I'm gonna be cool with a rich person.
Literally. Oh my god. So today, while on the topic of Power Rangers, we'll be discussing the future of Power Rangers. Let me just go ahead and click this right here. So we are going to be talking. You see that too, Esther? You'll see that. We're going to be talking about what the future of Power Rangers is, right? And specifically the reboots of Power Rangers, because we kind of talked about this a little bit in the last episode. But Power Rangers, if for those who do not know, will be getting a reboot after the 30th anniversary specials, Cosmic Fury and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 30th anniversary special, Once and Always.
Yep.
You know, director Jonathan Entwistle will be in charge of the new series for Power Rangers in collaboration with Hasbro and Netflix. Right, Jonathan Entwistle is best known for his work for The End of the Effing World and I Am Not Okay With This. And the reboot will be completely original. So there's not going to be any Super Sentai references, no Sentai suits, no Sentai fight scenes, or not even the mecha
footage. Yeah.
Exactly. So there's like a lot that can happen with this, and this is the whole objective of today's episode, to just kind of break down like what this could mean, and later on our own theories and predictions.
Yeah, and we can look back at this and go,
yeah, we were wrong. We're like,
yeah.
we have like a bingo
like,
card, like,
but
all
no.
right, so that didn't happen, that didn't happen. Hopefully we get something better than what we expect. That's the hope, you know. But if we're going to be realistic, it may not be exactly what we want. And we'll get into why.
Sure.
Yeah, for Power Ranger fans,
okay.
I just want to say, like, Power Ranger fans, like, it's hard to please them all. So all I would like, I would just like to envision a future where both Power Ranger fans and a general audience fan can like the show in some way.
Yes.
One day.
Exactly.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
It's like holding hands.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's hope. There's only so much we can hope for. I mean, with Cosmic Fury, right? With Cosmic Fury, there is a lot of debate on whether or not it'll be good or not, mainly because of its direction with original suits, original footage, original characters, you know.
Yep.
You know, like we've had original characters and stuff like that. That's kind of like the crux of what Power Rangers is compared to Super Sentai. However, we are getting a lot more from the Hasbro team compared to the past, where they would, you know, buy some, you know, scenes or fight suits or what. Oh my God, fight scenes or suits from Toy. My bad, I'm getting my words jumbled up. And use that for their own shows. You know, this time around, besides the whole Q Ranger mech stuff, this is going to be a completely original thing that they could take full creative liberty with. And people are very nervous about that. They are.
100%.
And
Yeah.
I can see why, too.
Yeah, I can too. I think that it wasn't a mistake choosing the Q Ranger mecha footage. I do think it was a mistake quite announcing it and hyping it the way they did, because it kind of made it feel like we were getting some of the suits. Oh, hey, 1 second. We gotta highlight this. Boop. There you go,
E-Squad!
boy.
For real.
Hello.
Because it, not that they misled anybody, but they didn't, and it's hard to like tread that line of like the NDA type stuff to not like reveal things too soon, right?
Right.
So I think it's creative that they're using the Q Ranger mecha footage. Do I wish they used the Q Ranger suits? Maybe, but I also want to see these new suits in action. I'm not like in love with them right now. They're growing on me slowly, but I want to see them in action along with oh hey, whoa, Hawk joined, sorry.
Hawk!
Hawk
Yeah,
the
Hawk
I'll
ghost.
be real bummed if there's no
Oh my gosh.
Ryuto.
Ryuteo. Oh yeah,
Ryuteo.
Ryuteo. We're gonna have to wait and see, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with it, and especially the thing that sticks out to me of a challenge with it is there's a lot of the mecha footage in Q Ranger from watching it. I think it was last summer or fall, and I watched it all the way through. That is the cockpit footage, but then there's also the footage where you can see them inside of it because there's the Q-Tama orbs, you know, on the mecha,
the orbs.
and you can see them there. So I wonder how they're gonna like nicely cut around that, you know. Yeah. But in saying that, there's an interesting connection between this and how they did Mighty Morphin Season 1 and 2, where it went from the Dino Zords to the Die Ranger Zords, where those were also mystical, constellation-y type things. Same thing here. We're going again from dinosaurs to constellation-type Zords again, which is kind of interesting that it's happening again. Sort of a similar aesthetic. Like, I know that Die Ranger
like a
was
funny
based around
coincidence,
the,
yeah.
what's it called? The Zodiac or whatever, but still, like, the stars, heavenly, something like that. From dinosaurs was the one before that. It's just kind of interesting that it's happening yet again.
There's also just a lot of general parallels with Cosmic Fury and I think Mighty Morphin Season 2 and 3 for that regards, because there is obviously going to be a lot of original fight footage, and Mighty Morphin, those other 2 seasons, they did have a lot of that.
A lot more original, right?
Exactly how they're mixing it. I feel like there is a lot to worry about in some regards, just because of the people's reactions from the suits. I'm kind of indifferent on the suits. I like the new promo pictures that we got with the cast in the suits. I would love to see how it looks with the helmet on, though.
Right. The like behind the scenes type like photo shoot pictures.
Yeah, because they haven't really released the actual photos that they were taking yet. Not yet. Honestly, I don't know.
Hopefully in a few months we see some of that. But, you know, then again, we saw the other day, like, a lot of people have been getting let go on from Hasbro. And I feel like Cosmic Fury in general was just them trying to, at least in concept, because we've been thinking about this Jonathan Entwistle universe for like years now. We've been thinking about it, theorizing about it, and like this was like I guess pre-pandemic kind of their plans. But because of that, I feel like they kind of, in some regards, Cosmic Fury may feel like it was thrown together.
And it may also feel like the RPM or the in space of the franchise again, where it was like, let's kind of let them do what they want and let's see where it goes, and then it ends up kind of either saving it or going out like a badass because it's so, you know, unique and different, but ends up kind of tanking things for a while too. So
and I feel like whichever direction it goes in, there's always there's still gonna be this break between it. Because, you know, this new universe that they're creating with Jonathan Entwistle, it's going to take a lot of time. And a lot of fans...
Good theory. Look at this. Out there theory, but these suits are the Dino Fury suits combined with the MMPR powers that Billy gives them. Ooh. I kind of like that.
True.
Well, there is the most likely thing about it. Sorry. What's his name?
David Yost.
David Yost. showing up on set where Cosmic Fury is being filmed.
Yeah, like he's definitely going to be a part of the Cosmic
Yeah.
Fury.
But how
So
many
in some
way.
episodes is the question?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, but no, I could see
We're
that
not
for
sure
sure,
yet.
Hawk. Them doing something like that, where they're a combining of the power set and that creating what they're going forward with, and that's why they keep the dinosaur aesthetic for the suits, but the mecha has to change to contain the power or something like that.
Yeah, and a little spoiler alert for those who don't want to know. Just I don't know.
Cover your ears.
Go get a cup of water and come back for a second. Basically, I'm pretty sure we got confirmed that Mick is also coming back.
Yeah,
Right.
I did hear some stuff about that too. Yeah.
I didn't hear anything. This is news to me.
Didn't I just say? Okay, hold on, guys. So yeah, like I was saying, I do this with everyone. I'm sorry, Esther, but no, I'm okay. Fine, I won't say too much else of it. But I'm just saying that we know more people are going to be involved with the 30th anniversary Cosmic Fury series, and it'll tie into the story and why things are the way they are, as far as like their suits go and why they're in space and stuff like that. Yada yada yada. This isn't a Cosmic Fury episode. This is about Power Rangers future. Anyway, like I was saying before, I believe that there's going to be a break in between the 30th anniversary projects and the new reboot. I mean, it kind of has to, because it's going to take a long time to produce. It's going to, I hope the team's going to take their time to create it as well, because I feel like if they're rushed, it may not be as good as we would hope.
Well, I think if they take their time, that it's going to ease people's irritations and kind of hesitations with the Cosmic Fury suits and just the idea in general. I'm excited about it because I love the Dino Fury cast. I love that we're finally, I've wanted for so long for them to do that thing where they do the carryover cast thing. I always thought that was so cool in the original Saban era when they did that. And it would be awesome if we were lucky enough to continue doing that. I don't know if they're going to keep going with that or if they'll start swapping out a few people, whatever. But to see them be able to carry over into another season with a different power set, so cool. Yeah. Nostalgia blast right in the face.
It's a good chance to make some characters right, because sometimes in the original run you don't have enough time to.
You just have to let that out. I mean, he's not wrong, but like of course it's gonna give a whole new it's gonna give the characters more time to have new arcs, have new storylines, and it will develop them even further so we can appreciate them even more, because the characters already, Izzy, Javi, Zato, Ion, Amelia, and
Izzy? Ollie?
Izzy. Best for last, of course. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Anyway, I'm like, so yeah, continuing on. No, but yeah, sorry guys. But yeah, the characters, they're all great. And so the fact that we get to see them again is even better.
Yeah. Ooh, but how much can they do for 10 episodes? That's the thing.
Pierre Boylan's going to seem like it ends with Cosmic Fury just for them to turn the tables on us and keep going with something no one would have ever thought to be adapted.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing.
I don't want to think that.
What are they going to adapt?
Yeah.
Let's be real, because they're not gonna adapt another Sentai season. Like I said, or at least this is what they've confirmed so far. It's gonna be original.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do their own team and all to stay away from Sentai footage.
Absolutely. This feels very much so like, how there was the jump between Saban owning things going into Beast Morphers, right? Where we felt the quality jump a little bit.
It was like a shift, a transition period.
But you felt it in the show. Like there was a lot more lore drops and connections and things like that.
A whole lot.
And effort put into things and connecting it to the other seasons that it connected to and whatever, trying to be as spoiler free as I can be. And so this very much feels like that way in terms of, I don't know if they're going to keep doing this with just using the mecha footage. That's also pretty expensive to, like I said, to edit it the right way to not show the Q Rangers clearly in the cockpit.
Can I just be real for a second? I feel like it's even harder to adapt these Q Ranger mech into their own original series, because I feel like before they were still limited with what they can do story wise, because they still have to follow the scenes that were already made from Toy. But trying to use even less footage, I mean, I can see how that works, but at the same time, with such contrasting themes like space, zodiacs, but also dinosaurs and prehistoric powers, it's wait, what are we gonna do? That's what makes me curious.
I feel like like Hasbro jumping into a new just format of the show is generally a good idea, because I feel like with the progression of how Super Sentai is going and how wacky their concepts is, it will
Yeah.
just generally be harder to make some of that stuff into a Power Ranger season in the future.
It
And
100% feels like Sentai is purposefully going out of their way to make the most insane, wacky things they can do for a season to make sure it's like unadaptable, basically.
yeah, because at the end of the day, Hasbro wants to profit off a creation that would be their own, instead of just going based off what someone from another company halfway across the world is doing.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I would like to personally, one second, I'm gonna say hello chat again. Switch gears also because to once and always. So when I first heard about this whole thing before we knew anything about it, I was like, oh, here we go again, blah blah blah. Because the show itself, I really want people to understand this. Mighty Morphin seasons 1 through 3 are totally fine. I think they're decent. 3 is the best. No one will ever be able to ever persuade me otherwise.
That's true.
3 is the best. It's really, really good. Very high stakes, and the characters at the best they have been from the very beginning. So I am fine with that. It's the marketing push and the shill always around it to always give us MMPR inspired things, right? When there's all these other iconic seasons out there that people like Zeo through the rest of the series. I'm not even gonna list them all because like there's fans for every bit of it, right? So when this stuff first came out, I was like, I don't know. Then they dropped the trailer, and I'm really impressed with what we got from it and the sort of little snippets and ideas of what they're going to do with it in terms of it being a sequel story, in terms of bringing in some of the cast that was honestly kind of overlooked in their own season. I mean, the Stone Cannon Trio are awesome, but they kind of get overlooked with Tommy and Kat and all the other things that go on in that part of the season. They don't get their time to shine. I mean, Rocky doesn't even really get to be a real Red Ranger leader.
Yeah.
And
By the time he
Aisha just
joins-
like left without anything, no proper send off.
she gets to go to Africa. What do you mean? She gets time travel to Africa and be a little kid and change history. Like it should.
Casual. I don't know.
Casually.
We're like,
You know.
all right. Like,
That's your
BFF,
favorite
bro.
button.
No, today it really is. I'm like, I'm popping back in and out today.
Oh no, you got rid of SJ.
No, device is not connected. What happened?
Come back.
SJ! Are you here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't
I
the
panicked there
button.
for a second.
So yeah, I'm excited about it. I think it looks really good. I
Okay.
think that
Okay.
they're doing a lot of really cool things with it. I love the cast they brought, and that this is the first time we're getting some of these casts even on the same screen with each other. Like Zach being able to
Yeah.
be with the Stone Cannon Trio at all never happened, and that's really cool to see that. So
I was
yeah.
actually watching the power transfer episodes back, and also the ninja encounters, and the way
Yeah.
that they were like hiding the three leading
Dude,
rangers was
it's
great.
dirty.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
dirty. They did.
I
them
never
so
realized
dirty.
it before. Like, it's crazy. Like, you know, them using old shot. Like Tommy wearing green.
Oh yeah. Or my favorite is the shot that's supposed to definitely be Jason, Trini, and Zach, and it's clearly stand-ins that look nothing like them at all, even from
Yeah.
behind. Like,
There's something going on behind
yeah.
the scenes.
So, like I
but we're
said,
just
I
gonna
think this
move
looks
on.
really cool. I like that they're doing a sequel story. I like that they're adding in the realism of Tui Trang's passing in 2001, the car accident, unfortunately, that happened, sadly, and her daughter being a character. I think that's a really cool, like, legacy thing to do without having it
Yeah.
be who it always is, you know?
Right.
So I'm really interested in seeing what they're going to do with it, and I like that they're kind of keeping it close to their chest in terms of what's really going on with the story. All we know is there's apparently a Robo Rita of some kind. We don't know who creates her. I would assume maybe escaped time-displaced Lord Zed from Dino Fury, who's just
I
out
would
there
think so.
being himself.
Imagine he's like,
You
I
know,
want her back.
after he
my
wiped
love.
out a planet. Remember Ravcon? No, you don't, because it's gone. So we don't
Dang.
talk about that.
There were
ever.
people that live there, Zach. You could
We
be a
don't-
little
but,
less.
like they're really happy at the end of Dino
Insensitive.
Fury. Like oh woohoo, we did it. Remember your people that are like homeless now? and stuff?
Well, like they're okay.
The planet's
Whatever. I'm
wiped
pretty sure.
out.
I'm pretty sure, and that the leftover Ravkonians didn't even live on that planet anymore. They were kind of just like in space,
In
doing
space.
their own
But
thing.
still, they didn't even
Right.
know it still existed. I'm just for it to be wiped out. Anyway, it's fine. So
It does suck that we've been like trying to find Ravcon for literally the whole series, and then eventually it just gets blown up.
Weren't we like no
Like,
spoilers?
Don, Esther, how long has Dino Fury been?
I'm just saying, maybe not everyone's up to
Oh, wait,
date.
oh
but
no,
all right.
oh no, this chat.
You know what?
Because Metal Lucy's on here,
But it's
and
sad.
he's not gonna be happy. Let's see.
Okay, we'll refrain from spoilers
I-
moving forward. I'm sorry, Esther, if we spoiled something for you.
No, I watched the show. It's fine.
Oh, okay,
I
okay, just
Oh,
making
look,
sure.
last thing he said was this: they really grabbed Inoue for Don Bros just to seal the deal on making Sentai unadaptable.
No, literally.
Absolutely.
It's true. It's true. Like they I love how Sentai is being so like they're being so wow.
They're
words
pushing
just
the
slipped
boundaries.
today. Huh,
real.
right.
Out of the box.
Thank you. Oh no, yeah, they definitely are, and that's showing. I feel like they're mainly doing this because they want to just go in a different direction, but also because they don't have to worry about Power Rangers adapting their footage, or at least not as much, or as long.
Yeah.
Ooh, chat is going off. Chat is going off.
But no, like I said, Once and Always is looking really, really good. What do you think right now? How are you feeling about Once and Always, Este?
I'm really excited for it. I like everybody else. I have a lot of questions about it. I wonder what's the excuse to bring all the Mighty Morphin Rangers? What are they gonna
Back,
say
man.
about everybody else? I bet they'll be like, oh, the Cosmic Fury team are on an off-planet mission. But
Yeah.
what about the other
I also
Power
wonder
Ranger
if this
teams?
is
Are
going
there
to
any?
set up Cosmic Fury.
Where will they
I think
cameo?
that would be really cool if the end of this, because there was something that they said that with the story of it that's supposed to have to do with Lord Zed creating this Robo Rita, basically to keep the team busy. So I'm wondering if that's the thing, and he goes off to go screw with the Dino Fury team, messes up their powers, we get the Cosmic Fury powers, blah, blah, blah. Jumpstarts the plot, basically. And that would lead into that, and maybe Billy's the one to go help them figure out how to, get everything back in order, as it were. I also want to know about Billy at home and his Aquitian home with his Aquitian wife, and his Aquitian dog.
You need to see the kids
like-
for real. Maybe he's a
Right.
grandparent at this point. I don't know.
At this point, exactly. No, like we gotta get the backstory for everybody, because it's been a long time since we've seen them.
I wonder how
Like
they'll
you said,
do it
Esther.
all in the 44 minutes. It's gonna be
I'm
a lot,
so happy
but
it's 44 minutes. Oh my god. Oh, so
I know it's
excited when it
refreshing.
wasn't
It's
22. I was
refreshing
like,
after all
thank
these
the
one-part
Lord.
specials.
These like this is as much as you're gonna get from them. Like no,
Yeah.
we need like a whole, a nice movie to like see what's going on with them, because they're lovable
Exactly.
characters. Everyone misses them. MMPR is good. Like people talk bad about it because it's always brought up, but MMPR is a good season. All three of them. They're
As
gonna
soon
be
as
the
you
best,
said
according to
is
Zach.
good, you fluctuated a bit. The Wi-Fi, you're like, it's good.
Is good. My goodness. I know my Wi-Fi is trash, guys. You do not need to tell me. I already know. But yeah. So we want to see what they're up to, especially with characters like Billy, who when we last saw them, like literally went off to like a different planet, I believe, right? So like it's like, what are they? What
And
are
Zach,
we
was
we
doing?
know
old,
nothing
so they were
about
trying
we
to
know
age him
nothing
back.
about Zach.
Yeah, exactly. What he was doing.
Yeah,
Well,
like what happened
maybe
after
the
like
smart
the
thing
peace
for them,
conference thing?
Honestly,
Peace conference,
if they
yeah.
really want to be intelligent, straight go with the comics. They already almost did with Dimensions in Danger with Lord Draven. Come on, you were trying to do Lord Draken. That's okay. You didn't really say Lord Draken, but you said kind of Lord Draken fighting interdimensionally. Oh wow, look at that. So just lean into that. Be like, yeah, no, there wasn't a peace conference. I hope you guys know that it was.
Oh,
We went
know?
to space and we became Rangers again.
We became Rangers.
I mean, like
again.
the
It's only
comics
power
kind of
stuff.
like explore that when they become the Omega Rangers. I don't know too much about that, but
Oh, I do.
Maybe
I
they'll
follow
roll
it
that
quite
direction.
It'd
heavily.
be cool if
honestly.
they leaned into it. Honestly.
Oh, I am so sorry, Meta. I did not mean to say she. That was a mistake. I'm very apologetic about that. Very sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
yes, so sorry.
Yes, but no. So I think it looks really good, and I'm interested in it. And what they're going to do with it. I'm also very confused by the bit of the footage that showed the Green Ranger suit.
That's
Yeah.
definitely like some sort of flashback.
A lot of people
I mean,
are
it seems
speculating it's a
like it.
flashback.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of poll for people like, oh, well, Adam was connected to the Green Turbo and Zeo powers. Maybe it's him being
Bro,
able to
I
do it.
hate
It's like,
that. I'm just like,
I
bro,
know,
No.
he doesn't
there's
need
no
to.
universe
not
where
go that
Adam's the new
direction.
Green Ranger. Like,
Right? How about he's just not a ranger in this, and he
Exactly.
can just be at Spa.
at the
Spa,
spa,
guys.
for real.
Because
He's at Spa.
SPA, man, what are we doing? Is it Space Patrol Alpha? Like
I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see.
named after Alpha, as in
Oh.
my
Anyway,
Can't believe I didn't
I'm
get that.
right.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna get a sniper.
you're
real
probably
quick.
no. You're definitely right, guys. Clip this clip right here. He's right. They're like Alpha, guys. We're like a part of Space Patrol.
Alpha started his own little team.
Right, or
Wow,
the
and then it
even darker
transitions to
thing is that
SPD.
it's him like sacrificing himself for something in the plot, and they name it after him as a result of it or something. Oh my god!
No, Alpha's there for the group photos when
Oh, that's true.
the
That's true with
spa.
DSP. That's
Alpha
right,
looks
right.
taller. I feel like they made Alpha a little taller for this.
Oh, by the way,
Alpha grew.
did you see in the fan stream that they were like, oh, guess what number Alpha is?
And then they didn't say.
Like 7?
It probably
Was there
will
an
be
Alpha
30.
7?
Can we just be real and say
It,
it's
ne-
probably
it needs
30?
to be. It needs
It's
to be 8.
probably
technically.
Alpha 30.
I
Alpha
mean,
8.
Clip this,
well,
guys.
It's been a clip this. No, it's been a long time. Come on.
7, so technically,
I feel like Alpha gotta be reboot. He gotta upgrade. He's
Gotta
at
be
Alpha
Alpha
30
30.
now.
yeah.
Alpha
yeah.
50. I don't know. But anyway, we've talked about the new universe and what that entails. Also, a lot about cosmic theory and the 30th anniversary once and always. But let's go into our own theories and predictions on what we believe the new Power Rangers universe from Jonathan Entwistle will entail. Because honestly, so thank you so much for watching this episode. Yeah, well, honestly, we don't clip this. We don't know
Clip this,
what we don't know what what
The
can
whole
happen.
show's
But
being
what,
canceled.
yes.
Essay, let's start with you. What are some predictions that you believe could be the case for this new universe?
Okay, so I think what's definitely gonna happen is obviously the movie. We have the movie, which I don't know if that's in limbo, I guess. I feel like they really are gonna take the approach that the MCU was doing, or even the DC, their announcement the other day on how everything's connected now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Animated show, I feel like that'd be awesome to have. My question is just like how they're gonna use other seasons that aren't just Mighty Morphin in terms of the legacy of the show. I've always envisioned like a Legends of Tomorrow type show with just like old Power Rangers in
Greatest
there.
hit Rangers from different
Oh
teams. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Like beyond the
You
grid.
know,
Like beyond the grid.
literally, like being on the
Yeah.
grid.
Oh yeah, like that too.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun thing to explore. Like different characters from different universes. Like okay, look, like the characters themselves are original to Power Rangers. So as long as the actor's on board, it shouldn't really be hard to like grab them and try to like, create a new team with them. Not even like a new team as in new suits and stuff like that, but just a new team from, like you said, different series and see how their chemistry would work with each other. Like imagine
And if it's
grabbing all the
animated, it'd be so much
Brainiacs.
easier.
Right, because they could just voice act, or even if the original actor can't come back, or if they're unfortunately not around, they could still animate their bodies and stuff like that, like the comics,
Yeah.
basically like that.
Well, and there's also things too, like after the unfortunate passing of JDF, there's been a lot more showing up of actors that haven't been going out a whole lot in a long time. So from some of the different seasons showing up, so there's more of a pull that they see that people care and want to see them take back on the role of these characters. So yeah, I definitely think some kind of more. I think if Once and Always is big of a hit as we're hoping it is, it's going to pave the way for more Once and Always type things to happen for other seasons. You know what I mean? I think that's definitely a possibility.
I feel like another thing. I'm sorry.
You're good.
No. Thank you.
Go
I
on,
feel
go ahead.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like in the 2010s was all about like nostalgia towards the 90s. I feel like as the Power Rangers get more and more into the future, we may, I feel like unwillingly just get a little bit less Mighty Morphin things while other seasons start to shine. I feel. That's my hope.
I hope.
That's my hope.
I hope.
And,
I hope.
If they do plan to have a universe with movies, TV, animation, all of the teams can't be a Mighty Morphin team.
Right.
Like they'll either have to be original or draw elements from these shows.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I was thinking the other day. See, I don't know about you guys, and maybe let me make sure we're on the same page. Have you seen all of Beast Morphers first, Estee?
Yes.
Okay, just making
For
sure.
asking.
We have to clarify now because
I'm going to be talking about spoilers, everybody. So hear me out. So as we all should
Go get
know,
your water.
if you're a real fan.
Oh,
so Beast Morphers, right?
We
know
dropped
that
down
it's
to
a
0 view
sequel
count.
of sorts near the end to RPM with Venjix and what's it called? Evox and blah blah blah. Right? Do more things like that. I think there's other seasons where that could work connectivity wise. to make things work. To me,
100%.
I was enraged, really, like to the point of wanting to like punch somebody when we get Ninja Steel, right? And it's like, here's Brody's dad, the greatest ninja on earth. Excuse me, sir? Excuse me, sir?
I
Especially
never
because
heard of
later,
you.
excuse me, because later we talk about that it's in the same continuity as the rest of the seasons. Dino Charge and RPM are their only separate multiverses. So everything else happened on this Earth too. So excuse you, have you heard of Ninja Storm, sir?
Have you heard of
Who are you?
Ninja?
Have you heard of Ninja? You ever heard
Like,
of
sit
him?
down.
You're not that guy.
Like they could have easily, you're
Right.
not that guy. Exactly. So they could have
You're
connected
not
that
that
better.
guy,
It could have been like he was a dropout Thunder Academy student, or a Wind Ninja teacher that had retired, or something like that. Something to connect it. I tell you one
Right.
thing, that's it. They don't have to go that in depth, but they didn't. Oh, we're gonna see less missed opportunities. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping with it, because although the quality control of those figures are garbage. I feel like the show will get the love and the care it needs to not have that happen as much. So
People love lore.
Yeah.
People love connecting things. And
Yep.
if Dino Fury has
Everybody
been an
will eat that
example of
up.
anything, people love getting connections and explanations. Like, we didn't have to know that the Morphin Masters caused the legendary battle, but now we know.
right,
But
the
now we
reason
know,
that all the
right.
goofy things have happened, basically.
So I feel like
Yeah.
these little.
Some people are a fan of
bursts-
that, some people are not, but I think it's a good idea. Like, fix the loose
I,
left over the years.
yep,
that
I
it's been
totally
around.
agree, man.
You know, to make it make more sense.
Your signal got goofy again.
Oh no, I totally cut out.
Essay goes, I
Oh my
agree.
gosh. Well, let me. How do I sound right now? Okay, I think I should be good now.
You sound
right?
fine. You
Am I
sound
good
fine
now?
right now. You're good right now.
Like I said, trash garbage, Wi-Fi. But like I was saying, I'm saying that it's good that they use these kinds of stories like the Morphin Masters to tie up the loose ends that Power Rangers has left from the years that it's been around. You know, like Morphin Masters caused this cameo or whatever. You know, like
Because the asteroid that had the
it may
Dino
not
Gen
be the best.
created sort of
Right.
in a sense the Ninja Nexus prism. Even though I hate that MacGuffin stupid thing in Ninja Steel, at least I know the Morphin Masters are the ones that created it. Like that at
For
least
real.
gives it something
It
more
gives
than
it
just
some sort
existing.
of right.
I hope they continue to use the Morphin Masters in the future in this new
Honestly,
universe
yeah.
as well, because it
They
obviously
should.
would be a good connector to everything that we've already seen in the show.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
When it would leave out silly things like the not mentor Gosei, where he's just a head on the wall, says he's a student of Zordon, but it's like it would leave that out of there because he read the Morphin Master explaining, oh, he's put there because he was imprisoned there by blah 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 blah, or we had to because of whatever lore reason. You know what I mean? Then that explains
Instead
it.
of
and it
just
makes
getting
me-
a little one-off line, we're actually getting some dialogue and
perfectly good
explanation.
explanation for that.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be
Yeah.
great if we just had a balance of like exposition and actual implementation into the storyline.
Exactly.
Right. And it can still be funny. All of those things can still mix with the comedy. I do think that Power Rangers, one of its strengths is its goofy, kitschy, quirky like comedy it has sometimes. So there's ways to still do that and not like do Ninja Steel where it's a million fart jokes every second. But do something more like Dino Fury where they like use real world modern day like lingo and things like Izzy. Izzy's first few episodes are like some of the funniest things and lines and greatest dialogue we've gotten in the show for years.
Yeah.
It's the most
Yep.
human sounding thing I would hear someone say that I've ever seen in character in the show in the longest time.
Right.
It feels weird that I have to ask for that.
Yeah, the comedic
should have more
implementation and the
characters like
characters
this.
have been really good.
Right.
They've been getting
Bring
better.
back comedic Rangers. It doesn't even have to be a comedic duo, or make the comedic duo Rangers eventually. I don't know. Change it up. Like,
Yeah,
We
like
need more
change up the
characters
formula
like
a bit.
Ziggy and Power Rangers. That's all I asked for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes, get real meta
I'm
with it. Why
I'm
is there
losing his
explosion
name.
behind it?
That Green from SPD. What's his name again?
Bridge.
Bridge. We need more Bridge. Buttery. Yes. Can you imagine Bridge and Ziggy like having like a team up little like
It wouldn't be a team up.
No.
It'd just be them sitting
I
at a
need
table
Green.
talking and hanging
the green
out.
beans?
And
Well,
then just start in
technically
the
he's like
background.
red now, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That
We'll
is
see.
one of my favorite all-time goofy-ass, unnecessary, but beautiful explanations ever. It goes just like this. We get to Once a Ranger. They say, hey, who are you? I'm Bridge, SPD Red. Well, I used to be green. But then Sky was red, and then he moved up to Commander of Earth, and I became red because Doggy became the Supreme Commander, and Birdie went on vacation. And they just like explained like 4 different move ups in the company, and I'm like, thank you, Bridge. I needed that. Thank you.
Explained it all. It literally
It
explained it all.
does.
Bridge is the nexus of Power Rangers. Did you know? He's like the center of everything.
He's our sixth ranger.
He's like the Wanda of Power Rangers. Could you imagine? That'd be crazy. Zach, what are some thoughts and theories, predictions that you have for the series?
So
moving forward,
honestly, they all just kind of fall into, like I said before, putting the effort in. We've seen it in Dino Fury. Regardless of how you feel about certain things in season 2, and just in general how it was overall, it's honestly, and I really still feel this way. I was just pretty much just as passionate as I am now as I was when I watched it. With my real soldier bias aside, it's the best we've gotten in a long ass time in this franchise. It really is. With decent characters that have an arc other than poor Javi getting left behind with a story arc of any kind. But other than Javi,
right.
He does sing.
But no,
oh
he
my
had
god!
His dad.
No, not that he does sing. He
arc.
just sings.
He just.
I mean,
although I mean, in Cosmic Fury, it looks like he's getting his arm chopped off and he's becoming the Winter Soldier. So who knows what's going on with that? But
hopefully they do something with
them
that.
Put the work in, like you said. Also, Estee, the lore. Keep the lore as a part of it. Keep these characters that can breathe, have dialogue, and have a story arc. Cut out the filler. I'm not saying 10 episodes needs to be the thing going forward. That's much. I think it works for what they're trying to do because they didn't know they were going to get Cosmic Fury, so that's fine. I'm okay with it this time. I don't want that to be the thing going forward necessarily, but you know, if it means that a shorter amount of episodes means there's less like fat that you have to cut off the end and you can focus on the characters and make me care about them to the end, absolutely.
It's better.
And
Right.
Hasbro, spend some more damn time when you're making an original suit. Just please look back at what you got for these other suits. Talk to fans. There are so many fan-made suits that are so beautiful and look nothing like what we have in the show, but fit organically within it without being part of the staff. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
the suits feel kind of less tokusatsu in a way, and I feel like that's when Hasbro could have used the connects that they do have with Toei and communicate to, like, I think Plex was the company that makes the suits. Yeah, like they could have worked with them, and the suits would have felt a little more tokusatsu.
It's honestly,
like in a way.
The only problem I have is just the center makes me feel lonely and sad.
Put the bolt back. They should have put the bolt back in.
Exactly.
Right.
Absolutely. Do that. I saw a mock-up of that where the bolt was there, but they put like a galaxy aesthetic to it, like a galaxy like gradient to it, so it looked like stars and stuff behind it. Cool. Yeah. It's still using it without needing to copy and paste over, you know? It's something other than being blank.
Do you think that... Okay, hold on. Let me just put this out here for a second. Do you think that they couldn't make the suits too similar to Ryu Soldier because of the fact that, you know, they have to pay Toei even more?
I don't buy that because
they got the helmets. The helmets are
it's either you got rights for the suits or you don't got rights. I don't know.
Like, yeah, exactly. Right. There's no middle ground. Exactly. Yeah, the gauntlets have the same little like Ryu Soldier gauntlet things right here. So like,
I wonder if they'll still use Dino Fury keys.
I'm not trying to say you're wrong, Frankie. I'm sorry. I just
no. Dude, it's okay if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm kidding, but it makes sense. You're right. I was just putting that out there because I wondered, like, why didn't they, like, you know, try to be a little bit more ambitious? That's the word I was looking for earlier with the suits.
Yeah.
We're just, I don't know. Maybe they're just leaving the more creative ideas for in the future.
And that's what I'm hoping for too. Is that this is like an experimental, let's try it out thing and go forward. Like Down Brothers, right? Down Brothers are experimental right now with the whole CG Ranger thing that they're not clearly continuing for at least King Oger, but they tried it out, right? And it was different people feel different ways. I like it. I was fine with it from the start because I'm like, it's Sentai. It looks to be weird. Whatever. It doesn't bother me.
Like its thing.
But like that's where I think they need to go is to like kind of take a hint from how Toei is. They don't need to adapt things. I don't think they need to take it that far. I want people to understand this. Look how Toei is trying to change up their own franchise. Even Rider, to an extent, is doing some unique things too. Look at that and apply that to how you're going to go forward, or else people are just going to see you as the Power Ranger rejects, the Power Ranger, you know, copycats. You know what I mean? It's not going to feel unique. Or Sentai, sorry, the Sentai rejects, the Sentai counterparts, whatever. It's not going to feel unique until you put that work in to change things up and do something different than what we've gotten before. So
Heavy, true and heavy. Look, like for me, my predictions for the future is basically echoing what you two just said. It's really important to me whether or not they keep the lore or not. Because what I believe makes Power Rangers so special is how long it's been around and all the characters that's been involved
100%.
with it. You know, like I get bored when they only focus on M and PR. Do we really need the boobs on the suit? No.
Do we need
Anyway.
abs on the suit? The answer is no. Also,
No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't need them.
the whole
No.
cast is fit as fuck. Why do we need it?
They just, I don't know. I feel like it's a very American thing to like.
it
add,
makes it
like,
feel less
muscles.
like Power
All the
Rangers.
time are like, oh, but
Yeah.
Bandai was so much better. Excuse you, Bandai put out figures all the damn time that look like fucking bodybuilders, but they were supposed to be the Rangers, but they didn't look anything like them on the show. They were ripped as hell. Like not that women can't be ripped, but they were like bodybuilder, like body,
It's like they're
physique.
Yeah,
And then you get to the show, and that's not what they look like. What are we doing?
yeah. I mean, we don't know why they went in that direction. Do you think we'll even get an explanation in the show? I feel like it's too obvious for them to just brush it off. I feel like, oh, we're so much stronger now. Look at our abs. You know,
Yeah, Ion. I think Ion gonna say that.
probably. Clip it. Clip it. Clip it.
He would. Yes.
I can't
Yeah.
wait for all this
Well-
new stuff Ion is gonna say.
Ion is gonna carry the show, guys. We're saying it. Clip it.
How is
But
not being the Sixth Ranger anymore? I thought about that today because I feel
He's
like
still the Sixth
Zato's kind of
Ranger.
the
He's
Sixth
just-
Ranger.
no, I feel like he's like the same like as Doggy Kruger or oh my god,
Omega, Nova.
Solaris Knight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, like he's like a special ranger. He's not really like a sixth ranger
Sure.
to me.
Zato's dead.
Clip it, clip it.
Yeah, you're right. We don't know any of that.
And-
All right, Meta. Here we go. They say just give me shirtless Kaimoya, and we don't need the suit at that point. That man is candy.
A training scene, a shirtless training scene in space,
Right.
Oh,
which is another
Space.
thing. Another thing.
He doesn't have a
I
suit,
forgot
he's
to
just on the
mention
moon.
this. All of Cosmic Fury, they're not. The Cosmic Fury, they're not shooting it like outside. They all shot it in a studio. So I'm kind of worried about that.
Yeah, that worries me.
I
too.
mean, oh my god, it's like that scene from Saber where he's running up, that thing, like with the
Rainbow
green
Bridge?
screen.
Hell yeah, dude.
No.
No, it's getting clipped. Sorry, Meta. It's
Clip
now.
it, clip it.
It's being
Done.
But like I was saying, so it's very important to me if they keep the lore or not, because that's what makes Power Rangers special to me. But if they do decide to just have a clean slate, which is a possibility, so I'm gonna be open to it, I really want them to take their time building the lore from scratch.
Yes.
Yeah, like basically is what my biggest hope is for the new reboot. Just make really lovable characters. Give them really juicy arcs, and I mean like long arcs, so we can like stay with them for a while. You know, they should really bring back like I'm mainly talking about the series here. I know they're gonna have like a movie, but let's say like the series is off the movie. I want them to have longer seasons, kind of like in the style of Super Sentai, like 44 to 50 episodes. I feel like that's a really good amount of episodes.
I don't
to really,
think that's
like,
gonna
get.
happen.
I
I'm
think
sorry to interrupt you.
I
don't
think
think that's
the
gonna happen.
best we'll get, honestly.
I'm saying I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm
The
glad you
best
hope.
we'll get will be
We'll
a
see.
return to
We can
form for
all-
like Disney era, where we got like 40 episodes. You know, I think that's a possibility.
Maybe I'm putting some ideas in the
Shooting
air.
some stars.
Probably won't stick. You know, I'm gonna throw this water bottle on my wall. Will it stick? No, but I'm still gonna throw it. You know, I'm just gonna have fun with it. And if I'm right,
Shots
clip it.
fired. Look at
Clip
this.
it. If you're right, clip that just in case.
Zazel dies and continues being Ranger, whilst Kendricks dies and gets replaced. Morphin Masters just be picking and choosing at this point.
Listen,
No, they got a point. Clip it.
My motto for
That's
Power
my new
Rangers
favorite
is
line
don't
in this
question me.
episode.
Exactly.
yeah, nah.
There is a simple explanation for that, I guess, or whatever. We'll explain it in the future.
But yeah,
just not now.
I think what they also need to do too is keep leaning into the inclusivity and the diversity, because that's one thing I wanted to bring up too, is
100%.
that the Dino Fury cast is one of the most absolute diverse casts we've gotten in a long, long, long time. Not that Beast Morphers wasn't. Beast Morphers was to an extent, but it was a smaller cast. But
Right.
they did that, and then they kept breaking through barriers with the whole Izzy's whole storyline being our first, LGBTQ Ranger. So we have that going. That's awesome. And it wasn't like all she was. That's what was really cool, is that they weren't goofy with it and made it everything about her character. It was just a part of her.
No, like
on
she
top
was an
of being
actual
athlete
character.
and
Right.
being a ranger. So I think
Those
that's
episodes
really
with
cool.
Izzy were always the best. Like Izzy
The
Fern, like
fire
Yeah.
episodes they were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think keep breaking those barriers. Keep doing that. Keep going forward.
absolutely.
Have a like we have right now with Amelia. Do another eventually another female red. Have a female black red. Have a trans Red Ranger.
Ooh!
Have a
Clip it.
let's get it.
male
This
like gay
Mhm.
relationship with another character.
Uh-huh.
Even on the same
Yeah.
team. Like you can do that. They did it with Izzy. It can keep going and making this progress, because
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
people feel the inclusivity already with the racial part of it. Absolutely, because we're getting a lot of representation there. Absolutely. But the next step is to continue people feeling inclusive on their sexuality, their gender identity, things like that are really important to people right now, alongside the ethnicity part of it. So
Please do not go backwards. Please do
Yeah.
not go backwards. Like, if I feel like this reboot is such a great opportunity for the franchise, because the franchise has been around for 30 years. So take those 30 years and learn from it. Don't just start a new reboot and then be like, no, I'm not gonna look at that. I'm gonna do my own thing, and then make the same mistakes that you made in the past.
right.
We do want to see more inclusivity. Like, we need to see more inclusivity. Like, if you don't, will your show really stand out?
Right.
Probably not.
I need to show off some meta comments, because he is going off in the comments right now in a good way. First off, what do we think about Zato's white suit in season 2? Last minute.
Champagne.
I like the
Champagne.
Xena
love the
suit
kick.
better. Yeah, I like the Xena suit better. I think the White Ranger suit was cool, but it wasn't really that. It was the Ghost Ranger, but it felt very last minute. So like,
I feel like
think
if they had, my connection. Go ahead.
and then she said this.
Go ahead.
Why did they give us Ali and Amelia when we had
They
Izzy
said
and
this.
Fern? Yes.
Ollie
Yeah,
and Amelia.
I
like
said
that,
this
yeah.
in my episode review with Zach on this podcast about Dino Fury and how we felt towards it. I did not like this relationship.
Yeah.
I did not.
I don't
I
like.
I
think
Ollie
felt it
in
was
general.
forced.
Yeah.
Clip
I
it.
think
No,
it could have been all right, but now looking back at it, they didn't do enough with it to really try hard enough with it.
They
And-
went. I hate when shows do this. Like they went from like, "Ew, don't touch me, you weirdo," to like, "Honey muffin."
I love you.
Like, cricket. Like nobody's feeling the chemistry here. And
yes.
sometimes a good word. They did it.
I also agree, man.
In my
100%.
Oh yeah, my Wi-Fi. I said that they didn't explore it enough. No, they didn't explore it enough, and that's why I didn't really get too attached with it.
Mel Lucy said, "Stop giving me straight people."
Oh no.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Whole team has to be gay. They
I
don't
was
have to
gonna
be in
say,
love
it's
with each other.
crazy
just
how
make
we
them
got
gay.
like a non-binary and common writer first
Right.
before Power Rangers, right?
We got it in technically in the Power Ranger, the Boom Studios comics, the Death Ranger. The Death Ranger is technically non-binary.
Non-binary.
They're technically non-gender.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So the comics can do it. Come on.
This show
Come
can
on.
do it too. Right? Especially since it's on Netflix. Netflix gives Power
Right.
Rangers a really big advantage when it comes to, what they can feature in their shows. Because previously Nickelodeon, sure, we have this gay ranger. Nickelodeon was still very careful with what that gay character could do.
Yeah.
And
Rick
it's
and
like
Morty.
obviously they're not.
Did we get a kiss? I feel like she kissed her, didn't she?
Yes. Yeah.
It was probably like
She
a
did.
kiss in the cheek,
But it was on.
most likely.
It was on the cheek. It was on the cheek. Nothing with like
Sure.
the lips, but it was
We're
on
getting
the
there.
cheek. There was a
We're
kiss.
getting there.
Slowly but surely. Yeah, and we're
Yeah, and
not
the
saying like we
cosmic
need to
theory.
see like really graphic or even sexual stuff. No, like let's stick to Power
Nah,
Rangers, you
it
know.
needs to go
But
Amazon style.
I mean, like, look, if they did, they could because Netflix is
From
their
a
new
teen
streaming
show, a
service.
teen-oriented show, in the Riverdale show
Right.
that they'll be having.
By the way, I also wanted to bring up the question if they will continue to go with teenagers. Do you think they'll continue with teenagers? And I kind of want them to go more with like an adult team, you know, because I think back to In Space. That team was amazing, and none of them were in high school. You know what I mean? Like
They
they
just
should.
graduated, but yeah.
Yeah, I just
Lightspeed
want
Rescue.
like
Lightspeed Rescue. There you
a
go.
more mature team, and if they're gonna be a mature team, put them in a mature setting for a mature show.
Exactly. No,
That's
I
what
think
I
that's
want.
I think that's good too. I think that there's lots of ways that they can kind of go with that. I also hope that one of my worries that I have, any kind of negative worry about the future, it goes with Cosmic Fury and it goes with it being 10 episodes being released in one day, which means we're going to talk about it for a week and then everybody's going to forget about it entirely and not talk
I'm
about
sad
it.
about that. Yeah.
It makes me very sad because Netflix already is imploding at the seams with not being absolute brain dead with how to keep a customer base. So why do some shows get to drop it all at once, but other ones get to drip feed it? Like HBO Max shows, like Last of Us, come out once a week, but then everything on Netflix has to be all at once. Like,
I think
because
that's
at least no time
up
for
to
the toys.
the.
There's gonna be
I think
no
that's up
time.
to the brand to decide, right?
Yeah, but also where they're streaming it to, which the streaming rules with Netflix probably have something about it being the binge model. It's going to fit the binge model. Except nobody cares about the show after that. Like, who's still talking
Here's
about Stranger Things season 4? Nobody. It was great, but after it's done, nobody cares until
it's
the new
done,
season comes out,
yeah,
and then they talk
because
about
there's nothing
well,
new happening with it. Here's my theory with this. I believe that because Power Rangers is still really targeted towards kids, and I could be wrong. I'm sure there's a lot of shows that are aimed for kids that do release episodes weekly, but it on Netflix. But I feel like because it's Power Rangers and they're still gonna probably have that kid audience no matter what they really do with it. They're releasing all the episodes at once, and I hope I'm not coming out saying this because my Wi-Fi can be really bad. I hope that they. Sorry. They're gonna release all the episodes at once because kids. Right. Because kids have a span.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's an
God.
amazing point that you're bringing up.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Take one of you, just take it away, please. I'm done.
So with these kids, yeah.
Meta, take it. F them kids.
Meta?
I need my PR content as an adult kid. Yes, absolutely. And again, it worries me because I was thinking about it's weird thinking about it this way, but you have to kind of the merchandising part of it because we're just now, after both seasons of Dino Fury have already aired, getting the rest of kind of the Zords. Not even all of them, like most of them. Like, what does that mean for the merchandising for Cosmic Fury? If it's all going to drop in one day, they better get their asses in gear.
It's going to drop in 2024.
Yeah.
Clip it.
Yeah. The toys will drop at the same time as the Aunt Whistle movie. I just Hasbro, if you're listen, Hasbro, listen, okay. If you're listening to us at all, and you're not, but if you were though, just please continue with the Lightning Collection morphers you're doing, like the Power Morpher, right? Give me the Cosmic Fury Morpher because that thing looks amazing. Every picture I've seen of the Morpher on their wrist looks beautiful, and I want it so badly. It's such a nice take on like Q Ranger Seiza Blaster, but then also still Dino Fury mixed together. And I want to know how it works. I want it to look nice and feel nice, and I want to have a piece of like original Ranger Morpher history, because it's not anything else. It's just its own thing, other than kind of being influenced by the Sentai, right?
The Titanium Morpher was original, no?
Yes, everything about that was. Yep.
So it's not
but
the first, but it was nice to have an original Ranger with an original Morpher
Yes.
for the first time, and then people were a big fan of the Titanium Ranger, even though he wasn't really
Yeah.
featured that often. But yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I would love to have the Cosmic Fury Morpher as well. It'd be really fun toy to have. I hope that we get it during its time of airing.
Yeah.
But we don't know with Hasbro. I mean, they could either release it early, which would be ideal, or like as they said in 2024, and you know we're already moved on to the reboot.
Or they could just get a hold of George and have him do it. Have you seen his custom figures? He's already done the Cosmic Fury suits.
George has
Are
done
you
amazing
shitting
stuff.
me? Holy cow!
Incredible.
is
Hasbro got to
hands
take
up.
notes.
Oh my
True.
god!
Real.
Yeah, that's the other thing that needs to evolve too, as we all know, as we've seen this week and even today. What in the flying hell is going on with the non-existent quality control with the figures, man? Like,
That's
and it's
rough.
weird because Hasbro isn't just Power Rangers. Everybody knows that. They're Transformers, G.I. Joe. Like,
My Little
none of those are
Pony.
having the same problems. What is
Or at least
going
not as
on?
much.
Not nearly as often. Like, 2 helmets or an Izzy with like part of the helmet gone and like
That's
a weird.
weird. I saw that's
What?
weird.
I saw that too. What's going on?
That's like not even.
It's
fully
like I
produced.
feel like it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I thought that they have this like new system and their new figures and they're more aware of like how the figures are made and how they're boxed with like the package free boxes.
I would love to get Josh
plastic-free
on to make
packaging.
sure that the Zap Megazords are actually worth anybody's money because I feel like they might not be. I don't know.
This
if the
is
rest
the
of them
problem.
are garbage.
If no, what you just said is exactly how a lot of people feel. If they're going to release cheaper figures that look cheap, people are not going to be enticed to buy a more expensive Zap Megazord, for example, because they will have the fear of, oh no, what if this is as bad as this?
Right.
Because if you're bad with one thing, that's gonna tell someone that, oh, they're most likely also
Listen
bad
to
with
Meta
this as well.
Look at this.
What Meta gotta say? Hasbro's on my shit list if they don't improve right now.
Right
Meta.
the second. Right the second.
That
Meta.
Mhm.
Clip it. Some of the Marvel figures are getting QC problems as well.
Yep.
Hasbro, look, like, get it together.
Well, and that's the thing
Get it
too is
together.
like I get jealous honestly online. People in like other states not far away from me, even other cities I live in Michigan, getting better stocked of the figures and like early and stuff like that. Like get a grip on your like production and like your shipping out and where these things are going, the distribution. Like there's some places where they're getting like figures that haven't been announced yet. Oh, I can buy it in the store. What in the huh? And then like the other ones that do get announced, they get like we still don't know when we're getting a bunch of the figures in the line. Honestly, there's a bunch they talk about that we have no clue when they're going to come out. But we know they're announced, and you'll know later,
Right.
I guess. You know,
Power Rangers is definitely at a weird place for Hasbro. I feel like the franchise as a whole, since they bought it from Saban, it's now just a smaller piece of a big pie that's shared by Peppa Pig.
Literally. Right.
What I do know though from the little connections I have is that the people at Hasbro are listening to fans. They are listening to our concerns and
oh shit.
I
So-
sure hope they are.
this
Because-
stuff does help, but in the long run, they just hope to see some success from the show, but they're not seeing it right now.
Right. No,
This
and,
once and always special and Cosmic Fury are going to be very important for the future.
No, and I'll be there day
Yeah,
one,
a
and I'll
lot-
watch it as much as
a lot
possible and
is hanging
tell
off
everybody that I see on the street to watch it. If that means that they're going to give a crap going
Like
forward.
stapling posters on
Yes.
like
if you've seen
lamp
this
posts.
show, watch it.
Watch
on
Cosmic Fury right now. Here's the QR code.
www.netflix.com
And it brings me to like a
/AQX.
login. A Netflix login that you have to pay a subscription for that you can't share passwords either. Oh, so fun!
I
That
saw
Netflix is
something
deciding to
today.
go down
It
this
was
route.
Beautiful, Frankie, about what you just said with the Netflix thing. Just a tiny tangent. So they literally came out with a thing today that was from an internal thing that wasn't supposed to come out just yet and isn't for sure going to happen about this password sharing thing. Yeah. That's
I hope it
called
doesn't
bullying
happen.
works. That's called sometimes bullying is okay.
Bullying
Sometimes
helps.
bullying is okay. Look what happened with the
Bullying
Sonic
is
movie.
okay always with corporations. I'm sorry. Always bully the
That's true.
corporations.
That's so true.
But don't go out of your way to bully every single corporation to get what you want because that most likely won't work.
Yeah,
You
that's
need
true.
a valid
That's true.
reason.
No, and I think Estie's got a big point that he said from like, support the shows and then hopefully better things will come, because even the employees that are working on these figures, they can't control it. They can't control what ones are being chosen and like how they're being put together. They just have to be given the orders they're given and they go through with it because they want to get paid. I'm Hasbro. I'm listening.
Hasbro?
Okay.
Hasbro's in the chat.
Hasbro
Is in the chat.
Hasbro's in the
Look
chat.
at all these clips.
What are you doing, Hasbro?
Look at all the clips. Look, what you said, SA, is perfect. A perfect way to end the episode. We don't know what the heck Power Rangers is doing. And in a lot of avenues. We, like I keep saying in all these episodes, we just have to wait and see what they do and just hope for the best. I sure hope your Hasbro friends are actually listening to us fans, because there's a lot of things that need to be done. There's a lot of things that need to be done, and I hope that they get to happen.
Hasbro on the line, please.
You're like, I personally have Hasbro's.
I got Mr.
Yes.
Hasbro on speed dial.
Yes, is this Jonathan Hasbro, brother of Jonathan Toei Tokusatsu?
If you got them, bring them on the episode podcast. We'll do it. We'll do an episode with Hasbro. Could you imagine? Oh my god, I have a lot of questions.
What's crazy is that like Saban and Bandai, like they did more listening than Hasbro has done,
which is crazy. And then like Bandai too. I was talking about this with myself earlier. I'm like, how is Bandai for like Dino Charge giving us the Zords and more with the chrome?
They had too
repaints with the original Zord. Right? How we go from like too many Zords to getting a Zord from a series that ended that was debuted a year ago now.
It's hard to live up to Zord Builder. That's the thing.
It really is. It really is. We didn't know what we had until we lost it. And honestly, like I thought it was the goofiest shit ever when it first was announced, but now looking back on it, bring me back.
I miss those bikes with the no.
With the range when. Literally just the mold of the action figure, but you get a sick bike. Yeah, bring that back, please. Hasbro.
We were ungrateful.
Just to trigger my like anger over MMPR shilling, did you see that the MMPR 2010 reversioning garbage bullshit thing that didn't need to exist is available again now? I think
on YouTube.
In case you wanted to.
I didn't know that.
God.
It was today. They posted it today. I was looking at my subscription. I'm like,
SA, don't stop. I didn't know that. Don't be excited. Don't stop it. it's people like
let
you that are
him
making
enjoy what he wants.
That's crazy, bro.
Jeez, Zach.
I'm sorry, SA.
Such a hater.
Oh, the reverse.
I'm sorry, SA.
Makes
I'm
me
so sorry. Guys, clip it.
Ridiculously angry. Oh, the reversioning, and they didn't even have the balls to go through all the way to the end because you did a video about it, didn't you? About the reversioning.
Yes.
And they didn't even get the balls to go to the end.
Plug video.
They didn't even do the whole series.
Like 3-year-old video
link in the
before COVID. Oh my god!
It was like at the start. That's the thing. Because I had quit and then I came back and I was
it's
like,
gonna be like
what
the third or third year anniversary of COVID.
And then you came back and you're like,
the pandemic shut down.
Reversion.
It's the reversion of the revision of the reboot.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us today, Este. We really appreciate you coming on and talking about this kind of stuff with us, especially since you're so involved with Power Rangers and apparently the people who are working with Power Rangers.
Don't say that.
Maybe like send us like
that. Did you just say he's being cast in the next season? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I texted Pookie the other day and he said
the new scoop. Wow,
Pookie.
Pookie's dead.
We're like this.
My god. Swimming. Oh my god. What's up? Banger stream. Thank you, Meta. You've been a real one, Meta.
I feel like this right here too, though. Live stream period of 30th announcements had me, but goddamn, outside that, I'm a sad man. Yep. Same.
Us, we all feel the same way, Meta.
So essentially, we'll end this by saying we're sad and depressed, and nothing is going to happen good for the franchise.
See ya. Basically, that's basically
can we cue his awesome little music from the end of every one of his videos that I love to hear every single time?
I don't know. I would not with my Wi-Fi, as you can see. My Wi-Fi is not gonna let me.
No, Frank, what we can do is cue that, and then we can use the PNGs you probably still have of Thomas's avatar from his
my
channel,
God.
and we can make a
Please.
Frankenstein Tokutuber.
We need his
Absolutely.
permission to do that, okay?
That's true.
But yes,
All
thank
right.
you
So
so
thank
much
you
for
very
watching
much.
today's episode. If you like the episode or podcast, you can go ahead and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to see more content from us, you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter as well, where we're active talking about, our favorite love of Toku and all that fun jazz and stuff. Also, thank you to the streamers who have been listening to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, and Amazon. We appreciate y'all. Again, check out Este's channel. If you haven't heard of
Are you
him,
part of the
where
E
have you
Squad?
been?
You better be.
You
Or
better
not.
be a part of the
Tap
damn
into
E
the
Squad because
for real, for real.
Zach, are you part of the E Squad?
I am.
Because
and you
I'm
better
a
be
part of the
it
E
because,
Squad.
Apparently, y'all been
Yeah,
E-Squad for
we're.
a minute now.
I've been an E Squatter for a minute now. I'm squatting on the east. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But anyway, yeah, if you have any recommendations for the channel, any topics that you want to bring up, or even like what Meta was doing in the stream, asking us questions, we are free to do that. You can let us know on Twitter, on our.
Boy, Hobo, what are we doing? An E-Squatter? Yes. Oh my god.
You're still on about that?
Yes.
Yeah, you can check out our Twitter account or our individual accounts. But
Yep.
yes, other than that, I think we're good.
All
Clip
right.
it. Good night, everybody.
Clip it! All right, take care, everyone. See you next time for episode
Bye-bye.
20.
Oh my god.